So we have something called the RAS system in our brains, and that stands for the reticulating activating system. And I'm going to show you exactly what that means. The RAS system is a network of neurons located in the brain cell that project anteriority to the hypothalamus to mediate behavior. Okay, right, that was confusing. So I'm going to explain it to you in really simple ways. So the RAS system basically is, let's say you want to buy a new car and you want to buy a red Mini, and it's in your head, you're like, right, I want to buy a red Mini. So your RAS system now knows, or your brain now knows, that you want to buy a red Mini. So when you go out into the world and you're driving the car that you're driving right now, which is breaking down, you see so many red Minis, okay? Notice that when you want something, you see a lot of it, right? Let's say you want to get a dog and you're like, oh, you're speaking to your partner, your wife, your husband, your kids, whatever, and you're like, let's get a dog. And you're thinking, let's get a Cavapoo, super cute dog, amazing, it's the dog that I've got. And you see it basically everywhere. So you go out, you go for a walk, go to the park, and then basically every dog that you see, or so many dogs that you see, you start noticing these Cavapoos. Before, you never knew it. If you went to the same park as you've always gone to and you've never noticed these Cavapoos are everywhere, now you've probably noticed it, and that's what your RAS system is doing. So there's something which you can use in your career, right? Use in your projects, whereby we can utilize the RAS system. So there are a few questions that you should have in your mind or have written down, so that when you're working, you're subconsciously and naturally, because of the RAS system, you're looking for the answers to these questions, right? And they're giving you answers. It's a similar concept to kind of Think and Grow Rich, whereby if you set a really big goal and a vision, you start seeing things that are going to help you get to that vision. So a few questions that you can ask yourself, right, on your project, and this is great for construction professionals, is how is that project successful? So you're understanding and breaking down how the project is successful. You're analyzing the project, so you can break it down and take the bits that you want to take. So when you move to different projects, you're understanding how to make other projects successful. So by having that one dominant question, it's called a dominant question, in your mind as you go through your days and your work, right? You're absorbing information and you're seeing different things that you would have seen before. Remember, before you went to the same park, you didn't see these Cavapoos, and now you've gone to the park because you want a Cavapoo and you're seeing them more often. It's the same as this, right? Then the next question is, what would I take from this project and use for all my other projects to ensure success? It's similar to the first question, how is that project successful? But this time you're taking bits, tips from your managers, tips from your colleagues, tools, tactics, strategies, or anything that you think can help you to work on any different project in the future to make that project successful. Tips to increase the margin, tips to negotiate better, tips to teamwork, tips for leadership. Another one is, why did that subcontractor perform better than another subcontractor, right? And you're analyzing why one subcontractor is better, why they've done well, why they're commercially more viable, why you enjoyed working with them, so that you can form these frameworks and patterns in your head, right? So that when you actually identify another subcontractor on one of your other projects, or even on this project, but on maybe on the groundworks or the walls or the flooring, a different part of the building, right? You can use the same concept and framework to say, all right, I can identify that this subcontractor is going to do really well because it's the same patterns as the other subcontractor did, right? This is a dominant question you're asking yourself. What can I do to make my clients happy? That is another one. That's actually a really big one. So clients are essentially what are giving your company value and money, and you're working for your company's paying you. So technically, the more clients that you can get, or the more clients that you can work with and nurture and develop relationships with, and also bring new clients on from other places, the better you'll be in your projects and your company, right? And the better your companies will perform. So what can you do to make your clients happy? Start noticing that when you're working with clients, when you're seeing clients work on other projects with other people, how are they handling the clients and what are they doing to make their clients happier? Start building a collection of tools, tips, strategies, and whatever else, right? Based on this dominant question that you're asking. So how are projects successful? How are you gonna make clients happy? Why is that subcontractor better than the other subcontractor? These are just some incredible things that you can do. And we understand that the RAS system, which is in the brain, right, helps yourself to do these things. When you set a vision, set these questions, you get answers naturally. It's really, really powerful.